let's talk about how you're currently setting your goals and trying to figure out how to achieve them and why it's backfiring and actually sabotaging you from actually reaching your goals. So, and I used to do this too. You set a goal. So let's say you want to make 100K this year. And you're looking at it from, okay, so what steps should I take tomorrow? What should I do tomorrow? Maybe I'll create a freebie to start growing my email list. Maybe I'll start doing some Instagram lives and things like that. And you start to build up this plan from where you are now. And the reason that isn't working and stopping you from hitting your goals is because you're looking at it from your point of view right now. Maybe you haven't even made any money from your business yet. Or maybe you're like kind of stuck. You're only making like $2,000 a month and you aren't gaining that traction that you really want. So you're in the mindset of that person who's making, $0 to $2,000 to $5,000 a month, and you aren't in the mindset of the person who has already made 100K. So what you need to do is create your goal. So you have that, okay, 100K by the December 31st. Now you need to reverse engineer it. You need to work backwards. So you just got that last payment notification on your phone that you made $100,000. It was your last one that you knew was going to come in. What was your step right before hitting that 100K? Right before that last payment notification came in, what did you do right before that? So in that state of mind, you're putting yourself in that 100K state of mind of the version of you who just hit that goal. Now you can work backwards. Now you might say, oh, well, to hit that 100K, I just launched a group coaching program and enrolled, 15 students. Okay, now we can break that down. Now we can work backwards from there, from that point of view and from that perspective and from that version of you, so that you can work backwards and make a plan. So, okay, what did I do to launch that and to get 15 people in my coaching program? Okay, now we're going to keep working back. Now we're going to work back. And maybe you're working back and saying, okay, before I launched my group program, right before I launched it, I was working one-on-one with 10 clients on a 3-month package, a 3-month coaching package. And then you can start to work from there. So you can see how you're in that mindset of possibility. You're in that mindset of already hitting that goal, and you can reverse engineer it instead of thinking in your now state and the person you are now. And then you're kind of like stuck. You're thinking like, okay, well, maybe I'll launch a freebie. Maybe I'll try some Facebook ads, where instead you're focused on the big picture. So instead of focusing on all these little things that you think are really important now that you should try now, you're focused on that bigger picture and you're working your way back. And you're in that mindset and you're becoming that next level self. So that person who just hit 100K, what type of content is she creating? How is she showing up for her audience? How is she showing up on IGTV, on Instagram stories, on Facebook Live, in her emails? How are you showing up as that person? How are you marketing your business as that person who just made 100K? Then you can start to see everything about you starts to change, because now you're acting like that 100K person. You're not acting, how you are now, because you're going to keep getting the same results. So instead of doing exactly what you're doing now and throwing strategies against the wall and, just kind of staying in this state of mind of, that 0 to like 5K a month, you are embodying that woman who has just hit 100K. And it's going to be so much easier to stay focused on what really matters when you're focused on that goal and hitting that goal, and you're acting as if you already hit that goal. Because that's what we have to do. We have to act as if we already hit that goal. So, for example, for me, I was kind of like blogging because I felt like I should blog. I wanted to get back into creating recurring content and like on a longer form. I didn't want to just be doing Instagram. So I wanted to move content over to something else. So I figured, okay, I guess I should do a blog because maybe I don't have enough followers for a podcast, and there's so many other great podcasts out there, blah, blah, blah. That was the story I was telling myself. But when I thought about it, when I thought about that version of me who hits my goal on December 31st, I'm like, yeah, I have a podcast. Of course I have a podcast. That's how I'm showing up. That's how I'm connecting with people. So instead of waiting and being like, okay, well, once I hit, like 5,000 email subscribers, then I'll launch a podcast. No, because then thinking of that person who has already hit my goal, I can say, well, what if the podcast is how I grow my email list? What if that's how I reach more people? And I'm just kind of making this like, oh, if, once I reach this, then I'll do this so that I can hit my goal. That's just a total backwards way of doing it. If the version of me who has hit that goal has a podcast and that's how I'm connecting with people, then that's how I need to start showing up now. That's the content I need to create now and show up super confidently as that person so that I can start making decisions as that business owner and doing things that actually make an impact and focusing on the really important things that I need to do to reach that goal. So stop kind of focusing on all the nitty-gritty things, all the little things that just aren't moving the needle in your business, and focus on your goal and reverse engineer it. So work backwards. What would have been this step right before you hit that goal? And work backwards from there. That is how you will reach your goals and stay focused on the outcome. I would love to hear your thoughts on this and how reverse engineering your goals has completely transformed how you even look at goals. So try to reverse engineer your goal, work backwards, set up, your action plan, go backwards from that goal to what you need to start doing now to reach it, and then come back and tell me just everything you learned and about your plan and how you're gonna reach this amazing goal and become that version of you who has already hit that goal.